Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
Gypsy 207, contact 175, 72 miles. Looks like a flight of 2, Angels 10.
In the beginning segments of the tape, we can hear that the flight leader, Gypsy 207, has radar contact with a flight of 2, bearing 175 for 72 miles at 10,000 feet.
Contacts appear to be heading 315 now, speed 430, Angels approximately 8,000. Zero 07, 61 miles now, bearing 180, Angels 8, heading 330. Okay, bogies appear to be coming, jinking to the right now, heading north. Speed 430, Angels 5,000 now in the descent. Bogies appear to be heading directly at us. I'm coming towards, steady up 150 for 30-degree offset, 50 miles.
The F-14s have established a 33-degree offset from the Bandits with a range of about 50 miles between them and the Bandits. The rules of engagement dictate that the F-14s must turn away from the Bandits 3 times. If the Bandits turn back into them in an effort to intercept all 3 times, they are then weapons free and can engage the Bandits. This initial 33-degree offset marks the first time the F-14s have turned away from the Bandits. 2 more remain.
49 miles now, speed 450, Angels 9, I'm going down to 3.
Gypsy 207 is positioning the flight of F-14s at Angels 3, meaning 3,000 feet. The Bandits are at 8,000 feet. This means the radars on the Mig-23s will have to look down and shoot down, meaning they will have to deal with ground clutter on their radars. The F-14s are looking up at the Mig-23s against the blue sky, making it very easy for their radars to track the Mig-23s with no clutter or interference.
Bogies heading 340 speed, 500, let's accelerate. Bogies have jinked back into us now, let's come starboard 30 degrees the other side.
The entire time, the F-14s have been tracking the MiG-23s in TWS or track while scan. In this mode, there was an anomaly in how the Bandits were displayed on the radar screen. This created a situation where if you tried to turn away from the Bandits, it made it look like the Bandits you were tracking had turned into you, when in reality, they had done no such thing. At this point in the engagement, Gypsy 207 believes the Bandits have turned back into him for the second time. Remember that the ROE states that only 3 offsets are needed to then declare the bogies hostile and engage them.
Angels now 11. Steady up.
Close out, warning yellow, weapons hold. I repeat, warning yellow, weapons hold. Alpha Bravo out. Roger, Gypsies, pass up Bravo directs, warning yellow, weapons hold.
Roger that, bogies have jinked back into me now for the 3rd time with noses on at 35 miles. Angel 7.
In this segment of the tape, we can hear that a clear command was given by Alpha Bravo, the shipboard air command, to close out the E-2 Hawkeye. Warning yellow, weapons hold. This is a clear directive that the flight is not weapons free. They must now either meet the rules of engagement of the 3 offsets, or get a warning red weapons free call from Alpha Bravo. Closeout, the E-2 Hawkeye receives the warning yellow weapons hold order from Alpha Bravo and immediately relays this to the Gypsies. Gypsies, Alpha Bravo directs warning yellow, weapons hold. Gypsy 207 acknowledges the directive, but continues to try to meet the ROE of the 3 offsets. Immediately after receiving the call from Alpha Bravo for weapons hold, Gypsy 207 meets the ROE, stating that the bandits have turned into him now for the 3rd time. Gypsy 207 has just met the ROE. Bandits have jinked back into him for the 3rd time. The ROE being met now supersedes the weapons status directive from Alpha Bravo for weapons hold.
Alpha Bravo, close out, you copy?
Closeout inquired if Alpha Bravo copied the fact that Gypsy 207 had met the ROE. It almost seems like an inquisitive call, almost asking, what now? Are we actually going to shoot these guys? No response is heard from Alpha Bravo.
Okay, I'm taking another offset, starboard 210.
Guy got locked up wheels with 30 miles and he's a 13,000 piece of trailer.
Roger that, level off here. Okay, bogey's jinked back into me for the 4th time. I'm coming back starboard. Come back port now. Port, 27 miles. Bogey's at 7,000 feet.
Port 5.
Okay, bogeys have jinked back at me again for the 5th time. They're on my nose now. Inside of 2 miles. Master arm on, master arm on. See, good light.
Good light.
At this time, Gypsy 207 believes his ROE has been met. He has offset 3 times and the bogeys have turned back into him not just 3 times, but now 5 times. As previously mentioned, this supersedes the direction from Alpha Bravo for weapons hold. Gypsy 207 reorders master arm on, to which the pilot responds, good light, meaning the master arm is now hot. It's important to remember the anomaly of the radar presentation of the F-14 when in track while scan mode. The reality here is that the Mig-23s have not been drinking back and forth to put noses on as Gypsy 207 believes, although they have been maintaining an intercept course and have technically been flying directly at the F-14s. It's been reported that the E-2 Hawkeye later also claimed to have not seen the bandits jinking back and forth into Gypsy 207 as he was seeing on his radar. It's also worth noting that at no point have we heard the radar warning receiver tone of the F-14 indicating the Mig-23s do not have their radars on, meaning they are being vectored by ground control intercept and maybe do not have hostile intent, although they are armed.
Okay, centering up the T. Bogey is jinked back into me again. 16 miles, center the gap.
Say your angels.
I'm at Angels 5, nose up.
Oh, his angels.
Angels are at 9.
Alpha Bravo from 207.
At this point, we hear the pilot from Gypsy 207 is conflicted. He attempts to ping Alpha Bravo for a weapons status check. Alpha Bravo from 207. He receives no response.
13 miles. Box 1.
Oh, dude.
The Rio from Gypsy 207 has just launched an AIM-7 Sparrow at the Mig-23 leader at 13 miles. We can hear Gypsy 207's pilot say, "Oh Jesus," as he clearly did not expect the missile to come off his aircraft. Remember that he was still busy trying to ping Alpha Bravo. Keep in mind that a 13-mile Sparrow shot is very much on the edge of the missile's capability and is what would have been called an R-max shot, meaning max range shot.
Beacon right.
Roger that. 10 miles, he's back on my nose. Box 1 again.
Six miles. Tally 2. Turning into me.
Roger that. 5 miles.
Okay, he's got a missile off.
Breaking right.
Gypsy 207's Rio launched one AIM-7 Sparrow at 13 miles, and at 10 miles fired a second AIM-7 Sparrow. This would cause the first missile to stop tracking, essentially wasting it. We don't know if this missile wasn't tracking and that's why a follow-up shot was taken, or if there was panic and adrenaline which led to the second missile being shot, rendering the first one useless. At 4 miles separation, Gypsy 202 takes a Fox 1 shot at the Mig-23 wingman. The pilot of Gypsy 207 sees this launch and says, "He's got a missile off," referring to Gypsy 202. Note that no radar warning receiver tone is heard, no lock tone, no launch tone. The MiG-23s don't even have their radars on, but regardless, they are still armed, and not all missiles need a radar to shoot, especially Fox 2 missiles. It's important to keep in mind that these MiGs charged headfirst into a formation of F-14s while fully armed. Their radars not being on was of little concern to the F-14s.
Good hit on one.
Roger that. Good kill.
Both AIM-7 Sparrows launched by Gypsy 207 at the Mig-23 leader failed to hit their target. Gypsy 202's AIM-7 Sparrow launched at 4 miles connects with the Mig-23 wingman and the pilot was killed. Gypsy 207 is now merged with the Mig-23 leader.
I've got the other one. Switch Fox 2. Switch Fox 2. That's Fox 2.
Coming hard, stop.
So fucking shoot him. I haven't got a cone.
Got the second one.
I got the second one on the nose right now.
Hey, I'm high cover on you.
Get a Fox. Get it. Lock him up. Lock him up. Please shoot him. Fox 2. I can't. I don't have a fucking phone. So what? Good kill. Good kill.
Hey, good kill. Pilot ejected. Ejected out of the second one.
Gypsy 207 has taken up position behind the Mig-23 leader. We can hear the Rio tell the pilot, "Select Fox 2, meaning Sidewinders." Pilot responds with, "I've got Fox 2 selected." He doesn't. This is why we don't hear the Sidewinder tone. Gypsy 202 lets 207 know he's got high cover on him, allowing Gypsy 207 to try to figure out why he's got no tone. Gypsy 207's Rio keeps telling the pilot to lock him up. Fox 2. The pilot once again says, "I don't have a tone." You can hear the frustration in his voice. He still doesn't know he doesn't actually have Fox 2's selected. Finally, we hear the Rio say again, "Select," meaning select Fox 2. He was cut off. The pilot now realizes his mistake and selects Fox 2. We immediately hear the Sidewinder tone followed by a missile launch. The Mig-23 leader is shot down, but manages to eject.
Roger that. Gypsies are going north. Let's go down low, out the deck. Unload 500 knots. Let's get out of here.
Since the incident in 1989, intense review of the electronic data recorded during the incident has yielded details about the maneuvers and conversations of the American and Libyan pilots and their controllers and superiors on the ground and at sea. This data has led to questions regarding the legitimacy of the shootdown. One of the major questions not yet answered is what mission were the two Libyan MiGs executing on January 4th? The Libyans could have been conducting a harmless reconnaissance mission as they claimed, or they could have scrambled the MiGs and vectored them directly at the F-14s so they would be shot down. This would rally Arab opinion behind the Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. Some sources have said that although the MiG-23s did not have their radars on, the fact that they were fully armed justified the F-14s to open fire on them. Others have said the maneuvers of the MiGs were not aggressive enough to be considered hostile. Navy aviators interviewed about the shootdown reinforced the assertion that the administration had inaccurately portrayed standard intercept maneuvers as avoidance and had overstated Libyan maneuvering before the shooting started. They said that after plotting the Pentagon's description of the turns made by the F-14s and MiG-23s and listening to the tape of the F-14 cockpit conversation, they concluded that the Navy pilots in the incident were striving for the standard offset position on one side or the other of the oncoming aircraft. Other Navy aviators said that the F-14s followed standard intercept procedures right up until the Rio of Gypsy 207 took the unusual step of firing the first Sparrow missile without consulting his pilot or a higher authority. The events of that day may never be fully clear, but it seems that the 1989 Gulf of Sidra incident was caused by mass confusion, bad communication, lots of adrenaline, bad situational awareness by the MiGs, not realizing what they were flying into, or maybe even a sinister plan to rally political opinion. Despite these findings, some sources in the US government still claim the incident was simply a case of self-defense and was still justified due to the continued acceleration of the MiG-23s as they closed the distance with the F-14s. It's worth noting that this remains a highly controversial position.